Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody guys, today we'll take a look at the Great British Pound, but in the beginning of the video a few words on our step on euro currency. So those of you who have read our analysis on the weekend on euro currency, so it's more or less clear what we have on the higher time frames. But on the daily intraday charts, in general we expect some kind of the large ABCD action. And on the daily chart in particular we expect to get the kind of the, since here we have a kind of the hand shoulders, so some pullback here should happen, and then another leg down could be formed. But the major concern was about where this point of reversal could start, because on this on the downward action here, guys, all our extensions, all our targets already have been exceeded. So based on the ABCD pattern, XOP target has been passed, and market hasn't formed any additional extensions or something that could give us more precise target estimation. All that we have is just the support area and kind of the neckline of the possible hand shoulders. And we said that if you would like to take the long position, guys, here the only solution that stands on the surface is just wait for patterns. As soon as you will get any bullish patterns, that could lead you to try to take the long position. It doesn't mean that definitely will be successful, but at least you will get the chance to exit at the break even if market will show at least the technical response on your pattern on the support area that will be formed. And currently on weekend we also said that, guys, probably market should show minor downward continuation before any pullback will happen, because the support actually stands lower. It could be seen by the lows that have been created here, and market right now stands precisely at this area. So this range support area has been reached. Also take a look slightly lower, we have the monthly pivot support one. Now if you will drop your time frame to the hourly chart, you could see the butterfly shape that is forming right with the 1618 extension target precisely at the potential neckline of our hand shoulders pattern. So that is kind of the just hint to you. So this is at least something that you could use for possible trading. It's not really perfect, as you can see, it's kind of the choppy butterfly, but still extension stands in agreement with the butterfly shape, and ABC action inside of it is also exists. So in general, by the shape, we would not see any some problems with that, with this butterfly. And that actually the only pattern that we have here. And if you would like to take the long position, currently it's no choice. So either to take the trade based on this pattern or just ignore it and wait for something larger. Because as you know, butterflies very often turns to the head and shoulders. And for example, here it could become the neckline of the pattern, right? So it's 1618. Market will return right back up, starts to form right shoulder, and that will be another chance to go long with the hand shoulders pattern. So just keep your eyes open, wait for the patterns, watch for patterns, and as soon as you will get it, you could try to take position on it. Because if even market later will turn down again, will break this area and will not stop on this trend line, and our idea will be vanished at the first touch of this area, it's very probable that at least minor pullback will happen. So for example 25, 30 pips pullback is really possible. That will be enough to move your step to the break even and just watch what will happen. So that is just a continuation of our analysis in the weekend on the euro currency. Now let's turn to the Great British Pound, because we promised to take a look at the daily updates on the situation on the cable. On the daily chart, guys, we have the downward action. Market is not that oversold. It has passed through the major fib support 30-50 as a 30% and is dropping below the monthly pivot point. Right now it stands below it. The major thing that we should not forget here is that actually, guys, we have the bread and butter sell on a weekly chart. And the minimum target of this pattern stands right here. It's 129 area, the 618 support of the whole upward action. That it means that it's very high probability that within the few weeks market should hit it, or even on this week. Because it stands not really too far, it's approximately 100 pips, and for a Great British Pound it's very small distance, because you can see it could cover this distance just by the one single session. At the same time, so we keep in mind this potential target. It means that any pullbacks, any reversals here, we should treat with the suspicious, because the weekly pattern is a weekly pattern, guys. It's dominate, it's overrules the lower time frame steps, and until it's valid, it's really big chances that market should hit the 129, and that put the shadow on any bullish patterns that we have on the daily, and if we will get any, and we should treat it mostly as a retracement, and do not really rely on it as a possible reversal. Reversal, of course, could happen, but in the current circumstances, from the technical point of view, this is a better approach for understanding what we see on the markets. So give the primary role to the higher time frames and fade lower time frames, depending on what we have on a high time frames. I mean, on a weekly, for example. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, we have our ABCD pattern, and we said that OP targets 29.70, it's next destination point, and indeed, market gradually is drifting lower and almost has hit this target. What important moments we see here? First of all, take a look that the CD leg is slower than the AB. It means that as soon as market will hit the OP target, some pullback could start, and the pullback could be, I think, minimum the 30% or even greater, because you can see the slowdown on the way down here. The same, also second important moment, that OP target has not been reached yet, and it means that market should show some kind of a leg down to hit this area. So retracement will not start until this target will not be reached. If you will drop your time frame lower to the hourly chart, you will see approximately the same picture as in the euro currency. Here we could get this kind of a bit ugly butterfly pattern with this spike up, but still it's in general corresponds to the idea of the butterfly, because this swing up, it holds all other action stands inside of it, and market's turning down. So 1.7 extension stand 29.68, and it corresponds to 12.971. It's very close, so it means that the particular by this butterfly, market probably will complete our ABCD pattern on the 4-hour time frame chart, and particularly somewhere around 29.70, the pullback could start. The idea how to trade this setup absolutely the same as on the euro currency. If you have the pattern, use it for stop placing. Use the minor pullback as a technical pullback response on the area to move your stops to the break even, and watch what will happen. If you do not want to risk particular in the reversal point, wait for response, wait for a market will form some other pattern. As I said, so head and shoulders, for example. That will be safer, and you will have already almost the whole pattern in place for trading. But that being said, within today's session, we expect some minor downward continuation. So now we have the 1310. It's from 29.70, so approximately 40 pips down. Then, so a technical pullback could start on the Great British Pound. That's what we will be watching for during today's session, and approximately the same price behavior we expect to see on the euro.